Good morning, students. UML. UML means Unified Modeling Language. Language express idea, not a methodology. Modeling describing a software system at a high level of abstractions. Unified UML has become a old standard object management group. More, more description about UML. In industrial standard, graphical languages are specifying, visualizing, constructing, and documenting the artifacts of software systems. The UML use most graphical notations to express the object-oriented analysis and design of software projects. Simplify the complex of process of software designs. User UML use graphical notations more clearly than natural language and code, help acquire an overall view of a system. UML is not dependent on any one language or technology. UML moves up from fragmentations to standardizations. UML versions. UML versions 2003 UML versions is 2.0. And then types of UML diagrams: use case diagrams, class diagrams, sequence diagrams, and collaboration diagrams, and state diagrams. This is only a subset of diagrams but most widely used. Use case diagram. Use case diagram is a set of use case. A use case is a model of the interactions between external users of software products, the software products itself, describing a set of user scenarios, capturing user requirements, contract between end user and software development. And then use case diagram is derived by these types of outer boundary use cases. And then for library systems, and use case diagram, actors are used role to the user plays with the respect of the system. Use case is a scenario of describing interactions between a user and a system, including alternative. And system boundary, rectangular diagrams representing the boundary between the actors and a system. Association, communications between an actor and a use case represented by a solid line. Generalizations, relationship between one general use case and special use case, that is called generalizations. And then include is a dotted line labeled beginning at base use case and ending with arrows pointing to the include use cases. Extended also dot line labeled with an arrow toward the base cases. Use case diagram both make appointment and request meditations, including check patient record as a subtask. Explanations. Class diagram. A class diagram depicts classes and their interrelationships, used for describing structure and behavior in use case. Provide a conceptual model of the system in terms of entities and their relationships, used for requirement capture and end-user interactions. Detailed class diagrams are used for developers. Class diagrams name attributes and operations. Modifiers are plus public visibility, as symbol denote protected visibility, and hyphen symbol is denoted as private visibility. By default, attributes are hidden and operations are visible. This is called class diagram for creating account in bank. OO relationship. Object-oriented relationships are two kinds of relationship. Generalizations, that is parent-child relationship. Association, student enroll in course. As association further classed as aggregate compositions. And then object-oriented relationships, generalizations, supertype, subtype 1 and subtype 2. That is called customer. Example, customer, regular customer and loyalty customer. Inheritance is a required feature for object orientations. Association, object-oriented relationship association represent student enrolls in a course have students, course have exams. Associate has two ends, role names and multiplicity and negligibility. Class diagram for UML diagram. Thus, to model of implementation in association. Students course that as enrolls, okay, class students open brace close course enrolls 4 array. Class course students have array. Compositions associations models the part old relationships. Compositions allows models that part old relationship, but in additions every part may belong to only one old. If the is deleted, so are the parts. Aggregations. Object oriented relationship aggregations express a relationship among instances of related classes. It is specific kind of container relationship express more information relationship that the composition express. And then aggregation versus compositions is really strong form of associations. Components have only one owner. Components cannot exist independent of their owner. Components lives or die with their owner. Example, each car has an engine that cannot be shared with other cars. Aggregations may form a part of associations but may not be essential to this. They may also exist independent of the aggregate. Example, apples may exist independent of the bag. CRC diagram. Class responsibility collaborations. Easy to describe how to class work by moving card around, allows to quickly consider alternatives. Classes reservations and then responsibilities keep list of reserved titles, handled reservations, and collaboration means catalog and user